Konnichiwa, everybody. Oh, we still have the old stuff from last time. Konnichiwa, everybody. Konnichiwa. Hello. Zatsu Shinri from All the Stars English Guild Tempus. Konnichiwa. Hello. Hope everyone is having a good day so far. It is now halfway through the week. Someone's tired. Yeah, I don't know, Chad. Again, it's more the weird insomnia that I've been having recently. Yeah, I don't know why it started. I think it may be stress, but I don't know what kind of stress. I don't know. It's just been a thing recently. Started like, I don't know, about a month ago now. And I've just been like, little bit by bit. EP morning, yeah. Sounds about right. Working too much? That's what I'm worried about. That's what I think so. Maybe. I think I really do have to like cut back on the total number of streams I do. I think I keep telling myself that I'll like cut back on the number of like streams I do, but I still want to do more. There's like a lot more I want to do, you know? But I think at this point, I'm gonna have to force myself to get cut back on the total number of hours. Yeah. Have you been drinking coffee late at night? No, I stopped drinking coffee after close to like 4 p.m. or so. And then after 4, I just switch over to water or tea. So yeah, maybe instead of routine, I do have a routine right now. I think the routine itself is just too packed. I think I just have too many things going on in a single week. Decaf tea, yeah. You need to get a better work rhythm so you can sleep. Yeah, I think so. I think one of the big things that I'm trying to look at right now is I gotta figure out a good way to like balance out my morning streams and my evening streams. And the ways, like the times. Okay, Chad. I guess like the only real announcement that I would like to mention, I'm not even sure if it's an announcement. You know, at least one day off a week. You have none this week. This is true. I didn't have a day off this week. I spent Monday on the super chat reading, but I feel like we should have, like, I should still do some streams, you know. Denzaj, thank you so much for the super chat. Shinri, somehow you get the long evening streams in the evening before a morning stream. Yeah, I think it ended up being weird like that. I wanted to alternate my times back and forth, have a morning stream and an evening stream, but then ends up so that alternating ends up with the morning stream right after a very long evening stream. There's no morning, there's just one long evening. Yeah. So the reason why I have 2 streams a day on Tuesday and Thursday, the 2 p.m. streams, 2 p.m. Pacific ones, I wanted to fill them up with shorter indie games, but it's turning out that I'm playing these indie games a lot slower than I imagined I would be. Like for example, I thought I would be able to get through Employee of the Month I thought I would be able to get through that within 1 hour, but it turns out that there's a lot more to it than expected. So I ended up with going about 2 hours, 2.5, and then yeah, exactly. Then it ends up with just a couple, like an hour or two break, and then back into the evening streams. Too much lore. It's a little bit challenging though, I think, especially with the type of Chicken Feet was quick. Chicken Feet was, yeah, it was about 2 hours, like right inside the middle of where I wanted. If I could get all my streams to end up at about 2 hours, I would have really liked that. But I don't know, with indie games, especially the indie horror games, it is very difficult to gauge how long it'll take. Some of them are remarkably short, and so like for example, Map Friend, we were able to finish within about 15 minutes, if I remember correctly, 15 to 20 minutes or so. And then we kind of went through it, we went back into it like 3 or 4 times to try to catch all of the little bits of it. And then there are others, like in Play of the Month, where a full single playthrough takes about an hour, and it's like, you find out that there's multiple parts, there's multiple pieces of lore, but you can only find one part per playthrough, so you have to keep going back multiple times. And I don't know, it's hard to figure out exactly where those end up, you know? If it's for more popular games that have a much larger player base, there's an average, like, hey, this game takes on average, like, 2-3 hours to complete, and then this is determined by maybe like 60 or so, 60 to 100 people. And I know it's a pretty, consistent amount, like, or a pretty good average, I mean, for total time to beat. My brain is still loading from the earlier stream. Watching you play Overton makes myself evaporate because I'm too dumb to understand what's going on. I don't think anyone's too dumb to understand what's going on. I think it's just, you need to find the pieces and then have someone lay them out for you in, just have them out. And then once they're all out there, then it's a lot easier to piece together where everything falls apart. Try to set a limit on the stream. I've tried setting I've actually already tried setting limits on the stream. Instead of doing like 5-hour streams, I try to keep it to 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. And the problem is, it ended up with us taking almost a month to play all these games. It took us, 5 weeks to finish A Space for the Unbound, and even then, the last episode was 6 hours long. Resident Evil also took a 9-hour stream to finish, so even if I do put a limit on each stream, it ends up, extending itself multiple weeks, and then, not everyone's excited about part 5 of Resident Evil 4 after every single Hollow Talent has played it before. Or by Dins, I try to put a single color puzzle together. I think those are called milk puzzles, and they're like blank white puzzles, and they have no distinguishing textures or pictures on them. I remember this from Ebe. Yeah, yes, milk puzzles. There's a display in the haunted art gallery where Gary's like, hey Ebe, have you heard of milk puzzles? They're called milk because all the pieces are completely blank and left white, so that you have a difficult time trying to figure it out. I saw that Eve was getting figures, so good smile. Oh, I did, the little chibi ones. I'm really excited. I want to get my hands on one of those too. Yeah, they're called milk puzzles, and they're called milk puzzles because like all the pieces, they don't have any pictures on them. It's just all blank. It's completely white. So I think the best strategy, the only strategy, I don't know, maybe there's someone who's like found this a really amazing way to work on it, is to find like the corner and edge pieces and then you work your way inwards, because at least you know, at least with corner and edge pieces, you have a starting point that you can build off the rest of the puzzle for. And if you don't have that, it's hard to figure out because everything is kind of all over the place. I'm used to Game Grumps who released episodes 30 minutes at a time, so I felt spoiled for watching 2 to 3 hours of gameplay. I think it's a lot easier. No, not easier, different. It's not an upgrade, it's a side grade. I think the experience is different when it's more of like a recorded and edited and like more playfully scripted, I suppose, versus when something is live. I remember growing up while having watched some of Game Grumps as well, but it is a bit different when it's live. Like I'm able to, if I streamed myself, or sorry, like if I recorded myself playing those games and then I had them recorded and edited, and then a whole bunch of my like I guess like the smooth brain moments, the small brain moments when the hamster wheel is not turning in my head, I can get those cut out. I'm sure my Oberdin stream would go from like 4 hours down to maybe, I don't know, like 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes. Any pledge, hello, thank you for the super chat. I have a small request. Can you wear your hat? I miss it so much. Yes. I don't know when to wear my hat, so I usually don't. So here's my hat. I don't know, like I don't know when what time is appropriate to wear my hat, so I usually just leave it off. But yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if I just have my hat on at any given random moment, here, let me like get closer. It ends up taking up a lot of space on the screen, so I worry that I can't wear my hat during gameplay because I worry that it takes up way too much space. Your hat getting to work. I think it's moving a little bit fast. I've asked Stasat to like make it wiggle a little less, but then I think it just ends up between that or that or this very violent wiggle. Maybe put it when you get frustrated with the game, like how Betsy does it with this mask. But his mask is on his face, so his face is already covering that part of the screen. My hat is like much bigger and it's really wide. It's just happy to be there. It's a very cute way to look at it, yeah. It's wiggling violently to assert dominance. How about this, Chad? I don't know if I can like commit to it. I I know I can say this a lot, but whether or not I end up committing to it is a bit different. Do I have my mask? No, I don't actually have my mask on this hat. This is one of the many hats, but this one does not come with my mask. What if, because this is what I wanted to do, and I did for like 2 weeks until I got really bored. What if I just try to commit to like 6 streams, only 6 a week? I'm begging you to stream less. I have 20 hours of VODs to catch up on. You don't have to, please don't feel like you have to catch up on all the VODs. Please don't feel like you have to catch up on all of them. It's, well, my, we're here for your entertainment and some cozy times. Please don't feel like this is an obligation to catch all my streams. But gotta get the Shinri lore. I'm sure there are enough clippers out there who have like taken pieces and parts of the most the poignant and relevant like Shinri lore, and I put it out there. Don't worry, I gave up catching up a long time ago. Feels like I must catch up with the VOD. You try mixing in some loreless game for your easier streams. There are a few. I know of a few. But the problem is that I know of them. In that, like, I know that there are some games that don't have lore and I can finish within maybe like 20 minutes or so. For example, the horror game, PN and Baon. Those two I enjoy a lot, but they're also like 20 minutes long. And like 20 minutes long, and I mean like, I don't mean like 20 minutes long as in like there's like content there and I can stretch it out from 20 minutes to more. You know how like I normally if there's a game that's like half an hour long, 30 minutes, I can usually stretch it out to about an hour or so because I can go out and like verbalize and read out loud all the dialogue, right? You can't do this with BN and Baon. Those two are like legitimately, they take 20 minutes to beat, and there's no way I can stretch it out unless I am intentionally bad at the game. So I like know of games that don't have lore and are just jump scare spooky, but all the ones that I know of I've already played before, and then those will like go by so quickly, and then the stream will be like intro, 20 minutes of gameplay, outro, and then I'll have to call at least that was kind of the hope. I wanted to find games that were like an hour long, 1 hour tops, with me reading out everything out loud, but it is turning out to be a little bit more different than that. Do a little short stream and use this way to cut down on streaming time. I think we may try that. I don't know, chat. Oh, I do have, speaking of games, I do have a little quick excited thing that I want to share with everyone. I got puppet combo perms, so I'm kind of excited about that one. If anyone is familiar, puppet combo makes a pretty wide array, like a wide range of indie horror games. They take about an hour to 2 hours to beat or so, depending on how good or bad you are. They are an experience, I'll say, without spoiling any one of them. They are an experience. But we finally got puppet combo perms, so ooh, it'll be good. It'll be good. I'll try to see which games we have access to, but I think we have the one of the big sets that comes with multiple games. So I think one stream will just be a whole bunch of puppet combo games. I'm really excited. Yeah, puppet combo. So puppet combo is a developer, an indie developer that specializes in more like retro horror. So the games that puppet combo, the games they make look like they're from like the PlayStation 1 era graphics. And they have fairly simple plot lines while also having really good jump scares and some good atmosphere. In my opinion, some of them are hit or miss. They're kind of like Chilla's art horror games in that a few of them are very, very good, and then others are kind of a little lacking unless you pay close attention to the subtext. 10-hour Public Combo Marathon. Like VHS tapes, yeah. I think Paratopic, that type of graphics. So in those lines, it's gonna be good, chat. I'm excited. Miss those PlayStation 1 graphics sometimes, yeah. I was hoping at some point to go and commission one of those low poly retro models as my 3D model. But that's, again, that's for the future. That's much for later in the future. But I want to get a model like that. That's like PlayStation 1 style, so I can go play VR with Altair. Do some like spooky... Oh gosh. I've heard that there are like really good like community made community-made horror VR chat worlds, I think is the right way to express it. Like, they're just maps made by people in the VR community that are supposed to be a fun horror experience. And I want to see if we can get permissions to play those. I think it might be difficult, but we'll have to see if we can get perms for those, because I do want to try those out as well. Cheers to Moon, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever played a Zed Technician game? Should play them on or off stream. I'm not familiar with Zed Technician. Let me go and search them up. Let me see if they're Zed Technician games. Oh, on itch.io. Ooh. I am not familiar with any of these. Interesting. Ooh. I am afraid to like click on them and click. Hang on, let me go ahead and mute the tab so that they don't like accidentally play sounds. Ooh, that's quite long. How long are they supposed to be played? About half an hour? Ooh, this is kind of like perfectly in like the range and period of time that I want to take each of my games in. Ooh. Don't forget to try DreadEye. I saw the trailer for DreadEye and oh my god. There's a screenshot of one of the spirits in DreadEye on the Steam page right now. It's like part of the advertising scroll pre-roll. I forget what it's called. the little thing where you have like a set of pictures, right? There's one, two, yeah, there's a few already there. Oh my god, should be. I think everyone knows. It's pretty obvious. Still hoping you get to play Saint Maker. Ooh, wait, let me go put that up there too. I have the Word doc right now. Saint Maker. Let me see. Game. Of like all the stuff that I want to get on there. How do I always keep going back to cute ghosts? I wouldn't say this one is cute. I would say this one's hot. Like in my mind, I have like pretty, cute, and hot. There's like a triangle, and then I think this one, this ghost would fall down on the more on the hot area of the graph. It's called DreadEye. It's a VR experience where you are playing as a Indonesian black magic practitioner, and you are casting rituals and putting together like spells and stuff to summon and like I think it's most of that, just to summon various Indonesian entities. Yeah. Aren't ghosts cold? Are they? I would expect them to be maybe like a little bit cold, but then that's why you have an extra jacket and a blanket for them when they come out, you know? Oh, she is hot. Okay, fair. I checked, I see. Okay, yep, she's hot. Okay. I think, okay, some people in chat have gone to check. I didn't do anything, and it's there. Okay, see, it's not like, I'm pretty sure that was done intentionally. Oh no, she's hot. Are ghosts cuter when they're trying to kill you, or aren't? When they are, I would say. It's a lot nicer when they're like coming at you. Which one? There's one that's scary, the other that's cute. That's why I said there's two. That game was made for Shinri. I want to do VR, chat. I want to do VR. I've never done VR. I have to go. If I get VR, I know I have to get the some Dramamine, because I get motion sick pretty easily. I mean, like, I get motion sick now because I've been getting older and older. I used to not have motion sickness, but now, every now and then I'll find myself feeding away during, like, even Minecraft. It's not bad, but, like, I can feel the little sensation of, like, oh, hey, by the way, like, it's starting to kick in. Does it get worse with age? I'm not sure if it does, but for me, I found out that the older I've gotten, the more prone to motion sickness I have become. And games like, for example, like Counter-Strike Go, I used to be able to play like FPS games like Apex or Valorant for like literal hours and hours. Maybe like over the weekend, I would have maybe a 6-hour long Apex, session just on my own, and it would be absolutely fine. But now, I find myself, if I go to like close to maybe 3 hours or so, I start to feel a little pain, and it just builds up a little bit. I can like notice myself getting that weird, a little sensation in your chest when you're starting to get that motion sickness. Like I can feel it build up, and it's been getting, or let's say my tolerance has been shrinking as I've gotten older. And motion sickness when I take cars and lifts, but games, motion sickness, I wonder why. I think it's, yeah, I'm not sure why it's gotten worse with time, but field of view blur doesn't help. Right, yeah, I always keep my, my field of view close to 90 or 100 in any kind of game. If it's too small or too wide, it gets worse. And then like the head bobbing up and down, whenever the characters, like if you're moving and the character's head's moving up and down, I think on Minecraft that's on by default. That also makes me a little motion sick, so I always turn those off if I have the chance to. Can't play first person games longer than an hour before feeling sick. Sometimes you can get used to motion sickness, like being on the ship. I think so. Maybe. I probably just need more experience directly with it, like just focus on improving my tolerance to it. How do you deal with that? Never had motion sickness in my life, so it feels like a foreign concept. Usually just closing my eyes and like taking a little breather to like reset myself is nice. Motion sickness, I feel, or I remember reading, is like a, what was it? How was it described again? It's like a, the way that your body interprets balance and what you see on the screen, the difference in what you see, like visually versus what your, so like quick biology lesson, in your ears, chat, in your ears, there's a small little fluid filled sac, and depending on the position of the fluid, it helps your body figure out where it is in the balance. If there is a disparity between what your eyes see and what that little fluid-filled sac senses in your ear, your brain has a difficult time trying to, what would be the word? Like, reconcile the differences? Reconcile it. And then, yeah, where down is, exactly. It has a difficult time reconciling the differences between what your eyes see and what your sense of balance feels. So that's where you get motion sickness. Son the Bear, thank you for the super chat, ear lord. Yeah, the little snail in your ear that tells you how to like deal with balance, like left and right, up and down, all that. The movement you see on screen is different from what your inner ear senses. Yeah. I have awful motion sickness, giving me bad memories. I want to try, but I also want to go and make sure that I have like anti-motion sickness pills. Some Dramamine to help out with that. The little snail that whispers directions. You can play VR while sitting down too, which is nice. I think I might try that. I know I don't have sorry, there's like something in my eye real quick. I know I don't have the space to do like a full body VR thing. Do you get motion sickness on the plane? I don't, actually. Not on the plane. I don't think I've ever had motion sickness on a plane. I have motion sickness in cars, absolutely cars, but not on a plane. But the weird thing for me is that the only time I get motion sickness in a car is if I'm not driving. If I am driving, I'm fine. If I'm not driving, I'll feel it and I'll have to close my eyes if I'm a passenger. I'm not sure where that one's from. Maybe it's like the agency that you have. I need wiggle room for even half body. I punched a wall from playing Uno on VR chat. Oh no. I'm almost the opposite. That's pretty standard. Ah, I see. Oh, hello everybody stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. I hope the Indonesian learning class for Hakka went well with Fuma senpai and Kobo. I only get motion sickness in cars if the car starts and stops suddenly a lot. Ah, that's fair. Can't read or look at my phone in the car makes me sick. I can't do that either. I remember good memories of me sitting in the back seat of my parents' car with the Game Boy, trying desperately to play it, only to suffer like so much motion sickness. I'd be like staring, trying to read this small, tiny, the print, the small font on the Game Boy screen, and then also just driving my head like into a massive headache because I was like squinting in the moving car and looking at it, and it was all bumpy. So like we didn't have good, what was it called again? Suspenders? Or like shock absorbers. So like it was like rocky and bumpy up and down. Same memories, same. Oh my gosh. Actually, I can get car sick, especially my stepdad's driving. Deja vu mode. Like driving in the dark in the lights of motion sickness. Oh, like it's so bad. I wanted to like keep making progress because honestly it was really boring in just being in the backseat of a car for hours at a time. So I was like, oh, I gotta play on my Game Boy, but at the same time I couldn't, because if I like looked at it, my head would just be like, nope, we're not doing this. Especially with older cars, yeah. Never had motion sickness before? A little bit jealous. It's nice being in a car, it's relaxing. That's fair. The suffering of launch. Your head told you to slow down. I wasn't doing anything quickly though. Just still wanted to just play my games in the backseat of the car, that's all. Depends on your eye's view too. Only using one eye, so motion sickness is not really impacting me. Perhaps that is it, like the depth perception you get with two eyes. I wonder if maybe you could wear like an eye patch to like help with that. Would you survive as an astronaut? No. Being an astronaut is okay. It's one of those. The realization that I had as an astronaut is I don't like invisible claustrophobia. Does that make sense? Or I am afraid of invisible claustrophobic scenarios. You know? Like the idea that you are trapped inside a tiny suit out there in space, and outside of that suit is hazardous. You know? So like in this, there's something different, like visually, about say for example, spelunking in a cave and being completely surrounded on all sides by just cave walls. And then, you know, you're like kind of on your stomach with your arms above your head, trying to like snake and wiggle your way through like those tight little spaces in caves, versus, you know, being out there in space where you can move around, but the realization that, you know, everything around you outside of that tiny little thin spacesuit is dangerous. You know, it's claustrophobic in my mind in the same way. Outside the suit is death. Exactly. It's just that. I think I heard that in Interstellar, right? I could not handle it. I love the idea of weightlessness. I think the most I would probably ever do is get on one of those, the colloquial vomit comets. I do have a problem with strong G forces, makes me want to puke. Fortunately, I'm strong-willed, so no vomiting. I think one of those planes that go up and down for me, where you like simulate weightlessness for a couple of seconds as the plane goes up and down. That would probably be as far as I'd be willing to go to be a proper astronaut out there in space. I mean, nah. If I did, I would probably want to stay inside the space shuttle, and even then, it's a little scary. There was a demonstration of one of the pilots, or not, sorry, one of the astronauts in the space station. The question that I think it was a high school student. They were doing a Q&A, like, hey, you know, how do astronauts survive in space? One of the questions was, if an astronaut finds himself in the middle of a space station, out of reach of any of the walls or any equipment, how do they get back? You know, how do they like recover themselves? Because if you think about it, you just have a little bit of air there, and you're trying to like wiggle around, but as you wiggle around, you're also just spinning in space. You know, there isn't anything to push off of if you're caught in the dead center of a space station with no wall to, for example, kick off of, right? And then they tested out, and then it worked fine for a while because there was enough air inside the space station that the astronaut was able to almost like swim, but it took them a great deal of effort to try to swim through the air enough that they could go and recover by touching the wall. Like that kind of stuff is, you know, something I had never considered, but I feel are terrible. Or terrifying. Henry, thank you for the super chat. Shinri, what do you feel about liminal spaces? I love them. I love liminal spaces. I don't know, there's something so calming about them. It's like, if anyone remembers, like the very early months of the global panini, how everyone was indoors. When I still had to commute, I would leave and the roads would just be empty. The sidewalks would just be completely bare. All the restaurants, you know, all the stores, all the like libraries and schools would be completely empty. And I don't know, there was something very eerie, but also at the same time very calming about it. I did do the thing because I saw it on the meme. I think I saw it on a Facebook post. Someone was like, hey, by the way, if you really want to, go turn on the Walking Dead theme song soundtrack 10 hours playlist and then listen to it while you're outside in the early months, because there's nothing in there. So it's like you're walking, you know, like post-apocalyptic world after the zombie apocalypse had happened. So I have done that once or twice. But no, I mean, like, I thought you're not gonna get that anymore. You know, like that kind of an opportunity where you can go out into your busiest street, look around, and then just see it completely empty, and then then turn that on, listen to the Walking Dead soundtrack, and pretend you're out there alone as a survivor. You know, roleplay the zombie apocalypse, exactly. I hope you have a chance to try it. I hope you do. I think everyone 30 plus is hoping for the apocalypse now. At least this way, everyone knows, in case there is another apocalypse, you have the Walking Dead soundtrack ready to go on your phones and on your MP3 players. And wait, people even use MP3 players anymore? I think it's just all phones now, right? That's what we felt at the time too, going to the empty malls and places. Yeah. I don't know, it's like liminal spaces is very relaxing to me. Very calming. I still have mine. The walking Shinri. It's just my outro scene with just the emptiness right there. phone ass MP3 player. Showing your age. At least I didn't say something like Walkman or. I miss my iPod Nano. I had thought about it. I was like, I could probably go pick up like a really old like an iPod Touch or something for very cheap, and then I realized like it wouldn't make sense to get one because I would like use it once or twice of novelty and then just end up like leaving it on the wall, just framing it. An 8-track. See, okay, an 8-track I think might work because that's got like the aesthetics, you know, the aesthetic quality outweighs it's like antiqueness. Say shouldn't they give it a super chat. It was super scary seeing it empty here for a while at Las Vegas. Fallout New Vegas soundtrack. The Fallout New Vegas sound. Oh, that's so good. That's amazing. I love it. Thank you for the super chat. Wings of Hope, thank you for the super chat. To make a Spotify playlist for the apocalypse, but it had the Birdemic theme song in it. Oh no. Ooh. I wonder if, wait, do people put together like apocalypse and end times playlists? Thank you for the super chat, Wings of Hope. I should get there. I should go ahead and like make one myself. Like, all right, in case of zombie apocalypse, here's my playlist. In case of asteroid ending the world, here's this other playlist. Maybe it's like Exoprimal, where there is a portal that brings out millions of dinosaurs onto the planet, and like very, very specific like scenarios for the end of the world. Oh man, that'd be really good. I would love to do that. I don't have a Spotify account though anymore. I stopped using it almost like 2 years ago now. It's been a long time since I used a Spotify playlist. What will be on that playlist? I am very bad with songs, so honestly, the only thing that would end up on there would be like video game background sounds, ambience, and then like soundtracks from video games. Want to give us any hints? Honestly, like Fallout radio station songs. Probably those. You can always include "It's the End of the World as We Know It." I Feel Fine. What's that song? Is that what called "The End of the World as We Know It"? That one. So like it starts with that every single morning. That'll be my morning alarm clock as we wake up into the apocalypse. And then I am practicing some Fallout songs because I do want to try a Fallout themed karaoke. It's just mostly a matter of waiting for Mana-chan to clear which songs we get to karaoke. I'm fairly certain other Hollow Talents have done Fallout karaoke. I'm fairly certain some have already done. It seems familiar. So I just need to figure out which ones are okay to sing, and then of those, practice the ones that I can get like at least somewhat passably. I think of that one scene from Chicken Little whenever that song was brought up. It's such a good song though. Death, that would be a good one to put on the list. Vesper mentioned it, but he hasn't done it. Oh. I wonder if he's still planning on doing it, because I don't want to step on his toes if he is. Johnny Guitar. Oh, man. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should I return my piano and then pick a instrument that I can play during the instrument? Like, I don't know, or sorry, instrument that I can play during the apocalypse. Because like, if the power grid goes, I won't be able to play this piano unless I find like an analog one, you know? But if I have, say, for example, a harmonica, I could probably play the harmonica. Like, you know, post-apocalyptic world. I still love I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire. Oh, it's such a good song. Piano during an apocalypse is cool. Push the key and sing the notes. What a weird reason to buy an instrument. No, it's not a weird reason. Because, let's say this. There is an apocalypse, right? There is a zombie apocalypse and the world is over. Now you have a really cool harmonica, right? Let's say there is no apocalypse and the world is not over. Congratulations, you now know how to play a harmonica. So it's a win-win. Doesn't matter which way you go, you still have a really cool talent, you know? It's a perfect instrument for the apocalypse, right? Unless it's like a nuclear fallout apocalypse where where you shouldn't be like inhaling the nuclear fallout and radiation in the air, because you know, breathing back and forth, like, or inhaling and exhaling constantly to play the harmonica while there's nuclear radiation in the air might be pretty bad for you. Also very difficult to play the harmonica. I imagine, I don't know how to play, so I imagine it is very difficult to play the harmonica through a gas mask. They call it a harmonica a mouth organ. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. Embrace the radiation. It's just spicy air, right? It's you have regular air, you have normal pollution. Ew, that's so old school. Why don't you come here to New Vegas, where we have spicy air? You can feel the radiation click against your tongue and teeth as you inhale it because of the radioactive fallout. I love the smell and taste of radioactive dust in the air. You inhale through your nose and you can feel your like nose hairs singeing from the radioactive particles. Spicy air equals tear gas. Okay, maybe not tear gas. We'll keep it at just radioactive particles, you know. 22 million Scoville air units. It's seasoned air. It's a little, you know, extra seasoning in the air, right? Oh my god. That's why you have 3 hands. You have 2 hands to play pianos with, and then the third one to hold the harmonica. Easy peasy. I love it when the air crackles when I inhale it. Man. Chad, now I want to play Fallout New Vegas. Oh, I want to play Fallout New Vegas. Actually, I want to play Fallout. I want to play all the Fallouts right now. Okay, wait, no, hang on, scratch that. I don't want to play Fallout New Vegas. I want to play a very specific scenario in Fallout where you are maybe, you're about 12 hours in the game and you're pretty high level, or you're like mid-level, you know, excuse me. You're not at the end game yet, but you're like pretty mid-level and you've done plenty of side quests, right? Where you spend some time farming by just going out to encampments and then beating the crud out of raiders. Like, I don't know, I really, I have those moments where like, I want to play games just for that, like one very specific scenario, and then like nothing else. I think, like for example, I really want to play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, but I only want to play it for the Shadow Temple. Nothing else. It's only the Shadow Temple. Because I really love the feeling of the Shadow Temple, the music, how haunting it is. Oh no, wait, sorry. Shadow Temple and the bottom of the well. Those two. I want to play just those 2 levels over again, but I don't want to play the entire thing all over, you know? The Shadow Temple Skybias, it did. It left, I'm pretty sure it left a traumatic like experience on me as a kid, but then again, I am kind of messed up a little bit, so I probably thought it was like the coolest thing ever. The horror elements, I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 100% sure, like, it was supposed to be scary, but I was like, oh, I love this place. It's so nice. the music, the atmosphere, the lighting, or in some places the lack of lighting. I don't know, it was really cool. I want to play it, but it's such an effort to get to. Exactly. The Shadow Temple, you don't get to it. If you play through regularly, you don't get to it for maybe at least like an hour and a half in. You'd have to grind really hard, go to get all the way to the Kokiri Forest, and then you want to get the is it the Lens of Truth? And that's what you need in order to cross the desert. Second to last temple, yeah, it's like super far back in the end. We played the game so many times and barely ever get that far. Usually I stop at... The last time I tried to replay it, I think I stopped at... Why did I usually stop? I think it's like halfway through the fire dungeon as adult Link. Fire dungeon, I think, is the around where I stop. I just can't force myself to go to it. Water Temple's not that bad in my memory. As long as you play the Water Temple in a single playthrough, I think it's not too difficult. Going up and down isn't too bad. I always get lost in the Water Temple. Yeah, that's true. I know it's easy to get lost, but I've never really felt that it was too difficult to get lost. I enjoyed the Water Temple. It was very relaxing, but also the part of the Water Temple I really like the most is that one specific scene where you fought Dark Link in the room where you have like the half-inch of water on the ground. I really like that. I usually stop at the water one. Fire pretty, it gets fried. I think the annoying thing for me was what was it? That one segment of the Fire Temple with the invisible walls where you want to just go through the maze, but you have to like very slowly walk or else the fire blocks you. That maze I did not like. I don't like that one. So that's usually where I stop. The Desert Temple, yeah, the Desert Temple, the Shadow Temple. I love the Shadow Temple. It's so good. I hate invisible obstacles. That's where my fear, I'm pretty sure that's where my fear, my very specific fear comes up. Have I ever said this before? I have like one really very specific phobia. I have a very specific phobia, and it's related to invisible things. My phobia is things that have like a what to say it? I can't use a picture because mannequins. Okay, mannequins are spooky, but that's because they move when you don't expect them to. The other very specific fear that I have is, I thought you have a mannequin for me. I do have a mannequin. Well, I don't have a mannequin. I'm not scared of mannequins in general. I'm scared of them in horror games because of the way they are used in horror games. But like, if I just saw a mannequin outside, I wouldn't mind it. Unless like I turned around and I looked at it and it's gone. And then we're like, nope, I'm done. Like, I'm going back home. We're restarting the day. We're trying again tomorrow. MS Paint it. I think I might have to. It's a very specific thing I have to draw. Hang on a minute. Alright, let me see if I can get my... Restart the day, what a boot. Yeah. Okay, let me go and paint. Where's paint? Okay, so the other very specific fear that I have... Okay, I'm gonna have to add color to this one, so this might take a little while. Oh no. Oh, that was loud. Apologies for that. What if you had to stay overnight in a room full of mannequins though? What I would do is I would grab some kind of cloth, some kind of string, and then I would chain all the mannequins together so that they did not move. And if they did move, I would know. And if they did move, I would probably run into a corner and just cower for the rest of the night while staring at the mannequins. Okay, wait, let me see. I'm going to draw a picture, and the picture is very... I kind of have to draw the picture very specifically because it is a very, like, specific fear. Okay, let me see if I can get this down. Sorry, chat, I want to be quiet a little bit as I doodle these things. And then, okay. The thumbnails are amazing. Thank you. My thumbnails have dropped in quality recently. Okay, so here, I'll take a screenshot. And then I gotta Control Z a few times. Okay, and then last one. Another screenshot. Okay, so here, chat, let me see if I can get to up. Where is it? Folder, please. Where did it go? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. And then sort by date. All right, chat. So this is my very specific fear. Here's my doodle. All right. So imagine you are biking. Imagine you're biking and you come across those bollards in the road, right? Yeah, so that's a path, that's a bike trail, and that's a bollard. Those are bollards in those, right? My very specific fear is if I see something like this, right? But it's invisible, like that, right? My fear is that the bollard in the middle is still visible. Or sorry, it's invisible, but it's still present. So I will do my best to bike around that and not go through it because in my mind, it's still there. So I don't want to hit it and crash. So I do my best to go around it. That's my like very specific phobia. It's that if there's a pattern like those bollards there, and it's one's missing, I assume the pattern continues to repeat and then I avoid it. Phobia of invisible barriers. Yeah, exactly. It is indeed very specific. It is, right? You had told this before? I'm pretty sure I have. I only have like these very specific fears. Mannequins and this thing. And then like the general fears, like fear of heights and like claustrophobia and all that. But like these are the very specific ones. Invisible Kunti-chan? Oh, okay, that'd be actually cute. Like one of those like K-drama moments where where one of the characters accidentally like bikes into someone and then they like crash and I'll stop talking. But you know, Chad, you know that scene. What the mannequin is in a cute dress. Even if the mannequin is in a cute dress, I would not be able to. I don't know. There's something about the fact that the mannequins are like not supposed to move. You know, like that's what gets me. I know they will, but they're not supposed to. I think part of it is also like a little bit of it is just kind of how it's difficult to tell how they work, you know? Like, for example, if you guys pay attention to like the way that I play games, if there's an enemy or if there's a monster, I usually try to figure out like the timing or an animation or something, you know, like I'll know like, hey, by the way, I can't hurt the enemy in this animation, but it takes them like 6 seconds to get out of it. Like, will it be frame perfect? No, but like I'll try to analyze it, right? The patterns, exactly, yeah. Mannequins, it's very difficult to understand that. Like, how do the mannequins communicate? Why are they so in sync? Why are they able to operate together in such a very uniform way? You know, like that is what scares me. What about puppets and marionettes? I'm going to be terrified, but also very intrigued. I think people, I think chat remembers me playing that We Were Here stream where there was a mannequin coming down and chasing me, and I'm like terrified because of the sound it makes, but at the same time we really wanted to get a good look at it and get close to it. Like rapidly whipping back and forth between being absolutely terrified about the whole thing and also being just really intrigued and curious about the design, and like, I don't know, it had nice eyes, you know? Have you seen that Doctor Who episode with the mannequins? I think there's quite a few of episodes with mannequins. The one that I'm thinking about is the one where Mickey ends up getting caught. I have seen that one, the one with Mickey getting caught. What do you think about Undertale, Deltarune? Never played either of those. Legitimately curious about how you feel about Pinocchio. Small child, protect, raise well, sacrifice self for Pinocchio. That's about it. I hate being scared, but I couldn't help but being fascinated at the same time. Right? It's like a terror, but at the same time kind of balancing like, oh, I'm really scared, and I know it's a horrifying moment, but at the same time like, it's really cool how they do that, and I want to know, you know, like... Was the mannequin one Billy Piper's first episode? Was it? The one with, Eccleston? The Eccleston Doctor? Maybe? I forget. There's quite a few episodes of mannequins in Doctor Who, so I don't know which one. It was that one? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go back to it. I think I did remember being put off by it, but I think it wasn't so bad because I was watching a show as opposed to playing a game where I have that agency, and like the story does not progress unless I choose to move forward in the game, you know? That level of control is what makes things a bit more scarier for me. And watching it on the show, I think, is a lot less terrifying of an experience because it's not like me doing the taking the actions, you know. Are mannequins and puppets two distinct things in your mind because they seem very alike to me? I would say they are because most mannequins don't have heads, and if they do, the heads are featureless, and that's the eerie part about it. Ooh, give me just a moment. I want to go pour some more coffee real quick. Do you find horror games scarier than horror movies? Absolutely. Oh. Morning stretches. Faceless characters can be hot. If you've seen Atomic Hot, the twins are faces, but they work. I think they're like intentionally designed to be like physically attractive, or like their bodies are like very stereotypically and conventionally proportioned to be attractive. There's some good cracks there, yeah. Opinions on haunted technology and software. I want one. I want. Give me those cursed Game Boy cartridges. I want to do a hand cam of a cursed Game Boy cartridge and be like, hey chat, look, I found a haunted version of Pokemon Blue? Was it blue? Was it red? Blue? I don't know. The one with haunted Lavender Town with the weird eerie music. Yeah, that one. I want that one. From the creepypasta. I want. The little fish, Alkoidi. Do you have a favorite hamburger flavor or sandwiches? And thank you for streaming. My favorite sandwich would probably have to be pastrami sandwiches. I really like pastrami. There's a place near here that makes pastrami, but with like really big chunks, as opposed to like thin slices. They do like 3 to 4 big chunks instead of like a dozen very, very thin slices, and I really like the chunks of pastrami. As for burgers, I don't know. I haven't had that many burgers to like know off the top of my head at the moment. Creamy pastas, yeah, I want creamy pasta. Plus a hand can that's cheating. I want to get I still want to go to like a haunted place and do a Ouija board hand cam. Is hot dog a sandwich? It depends on what you define a sandwich as. But yeah, I gosh, oh my goodness. It would be so much fun, right? Like, there's all these other streamers out there. They're like, oh, I'm going to do a hand cam and I'm going to bake a cake for you. Or like, I'm going to do a hand cam and then we're going to do like ASMR with all these things. Like, no, I'm going to do a hand cam and we're going to summon some demons. Just have a hand cam down there and then get like a long stick with a piece of chalk at the end of it. Draw like a summoning circle and then like have some demonic chants and... okay, chat. So do you all remember how I mentioned that I would totally do a demon possesses you ASMR? It turns out that it's actually very difficult to possess someone for longer than like 20 minutes because I run out of things to say. Or not even 20 minutes, like 5 minutes. Because I run out of things to like whisper into people's ears. Like I just gave up. I tried to figure out things and was like I try to be all like, you will suffer. Bad things will happen to you. May you find a pebble in your shoe that you can't get rid of that will stick with you for the rest of the day, make it very uncomfortable. And then like I'm just done. Like I don't know what else to say. So I don't know. I don't. Like I guess I could just gibberish whisper, like the demons where it's just like a demonic whispering, like mumbling like that. But doing that for more than 30 seconds is very boring to me. So you are now breathing manually. Your tongue feels awkwardly big inside your mouth. Learn Latin specifically for this. I'm going to inadvertently actually summon a demon at this point. Theodore, thank you for the super chat. Go to the demon bridge from Unsolved and summon Goatman. Hang on. Demon bridge. Goatman. Ooh. Oh my god. I googled it up and there's a picture of the Goatman, but the Goatman's just like doing a full-on Slav squat and just hanging out. Like all he's doing is just squatting and just having a time. And it's like I imagine the Goatman's just there on the bridge chilling out. Someone took a picture of him and then startled him, and now he's like, he turned around, and now that picture of the Goatman startled while squatting and just enjoying himself is now memorialized as like the look at the okay, if you type it in demonic Goatman bridge, okay, there's a picture, there's like this one picture that's constantly repeated of the Goatman just squatting, and it looks like his hands out, right? But it's like a, hey, I'm pooping here, please don't take a picture of me. Like that's what it looks like. He's just trying to enjoy his day, you know? But it's like some guy comes up for and goes like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of you, and then goes like, hey, and then like the Goatman turns around and then sees the camera and goes, wait, no, and then like by that point it's too late, he's already snapped the picture. Like, bro, leave me be, exactly. Oh no. Like they're posing it as like a very terrifying thing, but it just looks like the guy's just trying to mind his own business. And Goatman needs his privacy, right? Like, the body language, chat, it looks like he's in such a vulnerable position, and I feel really bad for him. Thank you for the super chat. Speaking of spooky, the recommendations Google Doc now is a horror movie recommendations now. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, great. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll take a look at it. I will take a look at it. Actually, one thing I did want to mention about that. Shinri has seen enough people pooping in the streets to immediately put that thought in his head. Okay, no, it wasn't people. It was like my college acquaintances, you know, like after a night of drinking, they just end up in like weird scenarios. Like, for example, whenever I see a body slung over like a tree branch, right? It's not like a dead body, right? It's just some guy who has drank way too much and his friends put him over a tree branch and hung him down so that, you know, if he does vomit, he vomits into the ground and he doesn't suffocate himself, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking about. Are those not people? No, because like people would be like strangers, you know, people I'm not familiar with, right? But it's always like people I know of and are like familiar with. Dude's literally hanging. I know, but it's like hanging in a way to make sure that they don't suffocate on their vomit, you know? People can do anything. They really can't. And they end up in the weirdest places. Blink twice if you need help. Does that work? I don't know. Could just turn them into the side. No, it's not as fun. It's more fun just like looking to a tree and then seeing like 3 people dangling from tree branches because they're all drunk. I think it's a lot more fun than like having 3 people just lying down on the ground on the side, you know? Because like when you come over, right, and you see the tree and you see just 3 bodies dangling from the tree, what do you think? Whoa, what happened here? You know? Hanging people like you're TPing a tree. Okay. This was a very low tree. Like maybe the branches were close to like my chest. You know, it was easy to pick someone up and then dangle them from the branches. It wasn't like I was climbing a super tall like orchard tree, you know, with like fruits growing up, like a full, you know, building story ahead on top of you. You know, it's not like that. A bush, yeah, more like a bush. They're more bush-like than trees. Not me imagining Goatman doing sus stuff in the woods. Goatman is just living their life. I bet you like half of these are just people who want to just enjoy their time. You know, like hey, have you ever wanted to go gremlin mode with a latex goat mask and just go out into the wilderness and just be free? Yeah, probably that. And the guy was running around having a time and then it was like, oh wait, I have to poop. And then he goes poop. And then someone comes up on him and takes a picture. Cryptids are just people who live off the grid. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I could see that. Like that would be me. See, if I had stayed in Japan any longer, I would probably end up living off the grid and then only now and then like come into the cities to go pick up fried chicken. Easy peasy. Reject society, become Goatman. I want to live, or sorry, I don't want to. I fancy the idea. I fancy the idea of living out like super cottagecore style with no power, no electricity, just a big cauldron of chili and live outside in the woods and, you know, set up little trinkets here and there. Can you live without fried chicken though? I would find a way. I'm pretty sure you can make flour using acorns, right? Where I'm from, it's illegal to hunt a Bigfoot, so maybe one day. What if Bigfoot's a bro? You know? Like what if Bigfoot just super chill and actually has like a really cool like home, you know, underground. Right? I'm imagining you with a huge cauldron and a spoon bubbling chili like a witch. Exactly. And like all the ingredients, they'll be like regular ingredients, but I'll call them funny names. You know, like, oh, this is Eye of Newt, but it's actually just olives. You know? But I get to roleplay that for a little while, you know? Just a streamer for the cryptids. Reject Bigfoot, embrace Yeti, much cooler. Ah, I see what you did there. Yeah. Just drinks beer and eats Jack Link's beef jerky. It's specifically just that one brand of beef jerky, nothing else. If I met Bigfoot, I'd try to convince him to start a YouTube channel or a stream. Oh no. But then you have to get him to be like, you have to be creative with that. You know, you can't just end up with like a, I don't know, like, I don't know why, but my head's just like, what's that? What was that show again called? Jackass? Like that, like, it's just like, hi, I'm Bigfoot. Welcome to Jackass. Bigfoot edition. And then, like, he's just doing silly pranks inside the woods. It's like, we found this group of hikers. We're gonna go mess with them now. Set up cameras and then started, like, jumping out and start. Like, that's what I imagine. And it wouldn't be, like, actively going out and, like, hunting the hikers. It would just be, like, tangentially. Like, the hikers would be on a trail, right? And then you would set up the cameras in a way so that you're just kind of off screen. And then you appear out of nowhere and you, like, slide down a mountain hill with, like, I don't know, a trash can lid. And then you're just, like, hollering. And then you, like, vanish into the bushes again. You know, just to scare the hikers. And then you have, oh, like, I don't know, what would Bigfoot's friends look like? Just more smaller feet, like Bigfoot, and then like smaller feet. I don't know. Like just different cryptids, all holding little hand cams. The Mothman, Bigfoot, and Big Hand. There we go. Imagine like Mothman holding a camera and then just like following along Bigfoot while flying in the air. Bigfoot's his college nickname. Wait, I love the idea of Bigfoot having a college degree, like in ecology and environmental sciences, and he just like lives out there, you know, taking care of his area of the woods. Like, I love the idea of Bigfoot having gone to college and actually graduating with a degree. That'd be really cool. Like, he's terrifying and scaring people, and it's like, oh, by the way, like, let me show you this really cool, like, geographical thing, and he, like, takes you aside and, like, I don't know, does some, like nature documentary thing for a little bit, you know, before jumping out and terrifying and scaring people. Dr. Bigfoot. What degree do you think he'd get? Oh gosh, I think it would have to be like ecology, right? Environmental sciences, or like maybe just like watersheds. Oh, he's homeschooled, so he's self-studied. He has like research that he's done on his own like home area. Bigfoot forest tours, oh, that'd be really cool. That'd be super cool. I'm down for a Bigfoot aquarium date. Aww. Would Bigfoot be familiar with aquariums? I know people who've spent their entire lives and not been to an aquarium. And I'm like, if I could, I would take every one of those people to an aquarium. I want to show people how cool fishes are. And not just fish, but like, oh, Hippofreight, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I think it's not just fish, but like most sea critters, I think is really cool because the environment they live in is so foreign. Like jellyfish. I love jellyfish. They're really cute. This one place that I went to has, what was it had? The tank was like a giant cube. The tank of jellyfish was a giant cube, but the viewport that you had to see into it was circular. And what they had set up was this circular current that spun clockwise. And you would see all these little jellyfish spinning around in a little circle. And it was like the coolest thing ever. I loved it. What's the best jellyfish though? I don't know the name, but I like the jellyfish that glow. The ones that look like gamer jellyfish, RGB lights. They look like peripherals for your like Razer products. Those, I really like those. Those are really cool. Sorry, I'm so sorry for describing it as gamer jellyfish. I'm really sorry for describing them that way, but they're RGB jellyfish. Those are the ones that I really like. They look really cool. RGB lights, yeah. Are they moon jellyfish? Let me see. Let me Google moon jellyfish. Oh, they're so cute. I love the little clover that they have in the middle of their bodies. It's not this one though. Let's see. RGB jellyfish. Let me see if I can find one. There's actually some things called RGB jellyfish. LED jellyfish? Oh no, these are fake jellyfish. Wait, what are they actually called? Deep sea jellyfish. Lights? Glowing? Rainbow. This jellyfish, oh gosh, I can't tell. I think they're just called rainbow jellyfish. They look like little jellyfish. I don't know how to describe them, chat. They look like jellyfish. Comb jellyfish? Comb jellyfish? Let me see. Yeah, it's those. The ones with the little strips of like glowing lights. Yeah, those. I really love these. They look so cute. Comb jellyfish, yeah. These are the ones I really like. There's also, there's a guy on TikTok who has like a tank of jellyfish and he feeds them brine shrimp every now and then. And his jellyfish are all ghostly pale. And then every single time he feeds them, they end up becoming pink because they eat the brine shrimp. And the brine shrimp bodies end up getting collected in the middle of the jellyfish. And it looks really cool. It looks super, super cool. Yeah. Jellyfish that drink G Fuel instead of water. Like flamingos? Not really like flamingos. They have like a little lining in their bodies where their stomach is. So it looks like for example, if you look at the moon jellyfish, you see how they have that little clover shape, right? It's almost like that. It's like a little pink line that appears inside their bodies as they eat the brine shrimp. There are these guys called By the Wind Sailor showing up on beaches near me. They're like jellyfish though. By the Wind Sailor. Ooh. Oh, they look so cool. Oh my gosh. I want to eat one. They look like gummies. They remind me very specifically of the blue and white gummy sharks. That looks so cool. No way. Oh, they're really cute. People need to stop picking up jellyfish though. Stop touching jellyfish, everybody. Even for social media. Oh my god, this person's just holding it with all the stick. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's like so many million, there's like thousands of pictures of people holding the jellyfish and like poking it and touching it. Like, okay, we don't need to see your finger in the thing. Just get another, like, get a banana, get an apple, get a phone, you know, a wallet, something to compare it to. You don't need to touch it. Have you tried eating jellyfish salad? It's more for texture than taste, but it's yummy. I have not. I don't know where you would even be able to find it. WX, thank you for the re-upping the membership. Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. But Shinri content, no. Jellyfish things are not to be messed with. I don't know which part of the jellyfish stings you. I'm going to assume all of it. So I don't know. I don't know why anyone would touch those. Annette, thank you for the super chat. Some sea creatures look extraterrestrial yet so beautiful. I like it when people draw sea creatures. Ginjika. Yeah, they really do look weird. Just the environment that they live in. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Thank you. The water, the pressure, just the fact that they don't live on ground and they're able to just kind of swim around. They come out looking really cool, and I just love how foreign the sea wildlife in general are. Tentacles is the stingy part. Not all the time. Some jellyfish have their entire bodies are the stingy parts. Like even the tops, you can like pat one and then it'll sting you because their entire body is like covered in stingers. So it really depends. For safety, I would not touch any part of any jellyfish ever, unless you're using like a long, I don't know, like a net to keep them away from you. Fierce but yummy. I want to try eating a jellyfish. I don't know where you would find those. Jellyfish are literally just solid water. That's what they look like, right? If it goes out of the water, it's deadlier. I would be worried. I would not, yeah. I wouldn't touch. Don't touch at all. Oh, they look so cool though. Oh my goodness. They look like kites. Shinri, have you heard of the blue dragon? There are many colored dragons. I'm not sure which one. Like is that a jellyfish? Ever seen a frill shark? I'm not familiar with those. There's a jellyfish salad thing here. I want to. Jellyfish. Okay, let me look it up. Jellyfish salad. No way. That looks so tasty. What? It's spicy too? Ooh. I would. Oh my gosh. I think it's because I'm also hungry and I haven't eaten food, but that looks really good. That looks very, what would be the word? Like fresh? Crisp? I want to say the word crisp. I see a lot of vegetables in there that make it look crisp. Oh, it looks so good. Jellyfish salad, usually in sushi restaurants. Ooh. What do you think of nudie branches? I think their names are funny. I don't know too much about them. Nudie branches. Isn't it nudie branks? Like, they're not, I don't think they're supposed to be like branches. They're so pretty. Oh. I like the ones with the little ears that make them look like sea bunnies. They're very cute. Yeah, chat, go quick. Go to Google and look for sea bunnies. Sea bunnies are super cute. Sea slugs? Oh my gosh. It's so wild seeing the variety of slugs and caterpillars. Like those two types of like animal creature forms, I guess. I don't know, like there's something really wild about them. Especially the ones in the sea. They have like a general kind of body shape. Like it's a long, flat, like blob of jelly. No legs. They kind of like wiggle around in the same type of like locomotion, right? But they have such crazy designs. It's amazing. I want a fish tank full of those now. Same. I have no idea what it would take to raise sea slugs and sea bunnies. Excuse me. They need sea bunnies in plushie form. I'm sure there are. There's one of the sea bunnies that look really cute. It's completely white and it has little black circles on it with like a little black pointy ears. Looks super cute. I want to pet one. Do you think a cat would be scared if they put a sea cucumber behind it? Probably. I don't know. I don't own the cat. Sea bunnies are adorable, aren't they? Oh my god. I want to take care of one. There's like a few things that I really want to have. I want to have a aquarium tank build with shrimp and snails. Not fish, specifically just shrimp and snails, because I want them to be able to eat the algae, and I want to build like one of those like really cool like ecosystems that operate on like self-contained ecosystems. I want to get those. I don't know, there's something really cool about little like snails walking around eating algae, and then like little shrimp that are like picking away and cleaning rocks and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Ooh, those are so cute, right? I think they're adorable. Have you heard of mantis shrimp? I have. They look really cool. I've seen people do it like that. That's what I want. I don't want fish. Fish are too much responsibility. I don't want to take care of a fish. I want to take care of, sorry. I guess the better explanation would be I don't want to take care of them because they are much more self-sufficient. We're offended? No, like koi's are great, but koi's take a lot of work. I'm not that good at taking care of fish. Yes, so many koi though. But the kois are mostly self-sufficient here. So I get to leave you all alone and then you're able to take care of yourselves. He hates us? No! Paul, we can talk about this briefly because I love sea creature talk, but I'm curious about your blue hand. Did you gain powers from it like Hakka did? No. The blue hand there is mostly just like staining. It's not like Hakka's, where Hakka, if I remember, he received like Tengu genes, Tengu powers that was passed down to him. My blue hand is only because of the damage and injury that I received while fighting one of those corruption beasts. It's Windex, right? Yeah, I stuck my hand in the bottle of Windex. But no, there's no powers from the blue. No powers come from the blue. We have to sustain ourselves now? No, I'll be sure to feed the koi pond. I'll feed the koi pond. Does it glow in the dark? No, only the tattoo glows in the dark. Boy, yeah. All powerful Windex. Went fishing and never came back. It's because I did not find a cute cryptid to bring home. That's why I couldn't come back. We'll feed ourselves, but Shinri has to fight off the herons for us. That would be fun. That could be pretty fun. Hashtag gone fishing. Do you make the pop sound when you fight? Not really. I almost find it, I don't know, in my mind it's a little bit disrespectful to the opponent to like be making pop noises. I feel like if I'm fighting, I should give them full attention and the respect of a worthy opponent. I feel like doing like little pops like at them would be a little bit insulting unless like they're really cute, like a puppy, like a very angry puppy. I'd probably just do that. Like, I don't know, like a Cerberus? Like if I'm fighting a Cerberus, then they'd be like, oh, puppy, right? And then like I would try to pet it. But like a sapient enemy that like is talking to me, I wouldn't pop at them. It sounds weird. Toxic Shinri pops. Pop sounds like mocking the opponent, right? It does seem like it's mocking, so I usually wouldn't rise when it pops at the enemy. No, only for like animals and stuff, you know, like angry birds and angry puppies. Hip hip hooray, thank you for the super chat. By the way, I wanted to thank you for the snack gathering tweet. Discovered so many new treat states to all the kois. Of course, yeah. And thank you for the super chat, hip hip hooray. Speaking about that, I want to go get all the snacks, but I have no idea how to do that without flooding the place with boxes. There's so many. I'll try to find snacks because I want to put together like a stream where I just try snacks from all different regions. Make it yourself. I think a few I'll try to make, but for others I think I'll have to import them or get them shipped. I think Amazon has like a fair number of them, but not all of them. Otherwise I'll have to find like a specialty store that sells them. Right in its cage, Okoiri. Thank you guys for the gifted. Welcome back. Welcome back to the collective. Welcome back, Okoiri. I will have to go and take a look. Most of the Mexican candy you can find at Walmart or something. I might... Oh gosh, I would have to go find... I would need to dedicate like a proper weekend to go driving around to hit all the regional stores, like all the... like specialty grocers around here in order to find and hunt down all the snacks. But I will at some point put it all together. I just don't know when that's going to happen. But thank you all for contributing your recommendations and suggestions for the snacks. That's an thank you for the super chat. When is your next collab with Cooper? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Cooper can come back unless we play with like Cooper's ghost. Because I'm pretty sure that Sebastian had put Cooper down. I would suggest shops if the stores in my only area isn't... Wait, I would suggest shops if the stores in my area is only in my area. Weren't in my only area. Okay, I see. Regional snacks hunting time. In my mind, I had this image of me like crawling through the bushes and be like, oh, and there is a wild pack of Doritos out there in their native habitat. We need to be very careful and sweep in on them from downwind so that they don't get wet. They don't smell us. It's like, that's a big, there's like the, you know, the adult Doritos family pack sharing size, and the smaller snack size in 2.5 ounces. Wild caught free range Doritos. Oh, that's because that's the image I had when someone mentioned hunting for snacks. The wild Doritos, right? And then every now and then you'll see like, oh, the migrating herd of Takis, just like a big bunch of Takis, just all like the bags are rolling across the hills, right? Hunting Doritos down the Walmart aisle. Bear Grylls with snacks. Takis with chopped cilantro is the bomb. I've only had Takis straight. I've not had Takis with anything added to them. I do want to try Takis with like, as a seasoning, you know? I want to make like homemade tacos and then put Takis on top of that because the lime and the spice I think is really nice. Now that's a hand cam stream. It can't be a hand cam stream. It would have to be like a GoPro stream. Firing arrows at little bags of snacks running around. Takis has breadcrumbs. Yeah. I haven't tried Takis. Please explain Takis to non-West Elysian. They are like chips with a spicy, sour seasoning on them. It is a lime and chili seasoning. Yeah, it's mostly just lime and spice. I don't know, they're pretty good. Haven't had Takis in a hot minute. Oh my goodness, you should. I want to go get some more. It's been a long time since I've had Takis too. A heck of a field report of this guy hunting down Takis. They're really good. Takis and sour cream is a guilty pleasure snack of mine. I would eat Takis just like a whole bag. I could crush a whole bag of Takis on my own. Nothing else, just Takis. And then I would end up with stomach pains because as I gotten older, my stomach cannot handle spice. It'll be so delicious, and then I'll just pay the price for it right afterwards, and I'll just kind of suffer there. Maybe if you get mazapan, Crushed peanut disc for snack. Be careful because it's borderline impossible to open without breaking or getting it everywhere. Ah. I would just open it and just shove it down my mouth. Have you tried Taki jerky? I have not. I've not had Taki's jerky. That sounds really good though. One of my friends, have I mentioned this already before? I think like hot Cheetos. You can get hot Cheetos and then crush up the hot Cheetos and then use it as sprinkling on things like mac and cheese. That's pretty good. I would recommend it. What's the highest Scoville level you can handle? I did a hot sauce challenge. So 2 million. It's pretty good. I think at like 1 million, it stops becoming flavor and it just becomes heat. And then 2 million, it's just pain. I've heard someone crushing Doritos for bread. That's Bettel. I'm sure Bettel does that. Because I asked everyone for snacks and then the first thing he recommends is just Doritos. Are you okay after that? It was good. It was good. I had a lot of fun with it. It hurt. It hurt. But I would say after 1.5 million Scovilles, I think it was number 8. I'm pretty sure it was number 8 on the hot sauce thing. So out of 10, at number 8, I became lightheaded because of the pain. And it stopped hurting and it became just me being delirious. So it wasn't that it wasn't that bad. Hey, whoops, thank you for the super chat. Hunting Takis. Crikey, that's a spicy one. Wait, I don't think I can't do an Australian accent. I'm really bad at that one. Careful you don't get dust in your eyes. You'll be blind as a bat. That was really bad. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Did it hurt when you went to the bathroom? Absolutely. I don't know why, but why is spicy the only flavor your exit can taste? Why? You're lucky it's not Australian. Yeah, it's really bad. I can't do Australian accents. Lynn Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. They call it spicy toys. There's taste receptors, but why is spicy the only thing that it can taste, you know? Have you noticed that Taki bags are less full now? They're literally shaking around the bag. The flavor seems a bit different now. That might be me. Maybe. I do know that there are bags out there that are more air, and they're like puffed up a bit more, as opposed to like the bags, which I don't think the amount has changed. I think you still get the same ounces of Takis per bag. It's just they fill it up with more air now, so the bags kind of puff up a bit more instead of being kind of flat. We were designed to suffer. Just it was really bad. It was really bad. The big thing I think for me was excuse me. The big thing for me was eating food. Once I got a bag that was just air. Oh no. After the hot sauce challenge, the only thing I had to do, or like remind myself, was to always eat food afterwards. Because once your stomach is empty, the only thing that comes out is pain, and you don't want that to be the case. You want there to be additional matter that carries out the rest of the spice, is how I will phrase it. You want there to be things to push the rest of the spice out. Don't just go out there on its own. You need a buffer, insulation. There you go. Yeah, gotta get some fiber in there. Packing materials, packing peanuts. You need to get something in there, some kind of a filler to get it all out. Because if you eat food with spices in it and then you leave it there and you only drink water or milk and you just leave it alone at that, yeah. Does white bread help with spice? No, it does not. The only time it would help is, for example, if you have the spicy oils on your lips or your tongue. You can use the bread to almost mop it up but at the same time, you could use pretty much anything else to mop it up. But bread by itself does not help. Like, it just soaks up the capsaicin and then just delivers it into your stomach, and then it still hurts. It's the napkin, yeah. You use it to wipe off, and then that's it. It doesn't like prevent the pain. At most, you can use it to like take the excess off. Have you tried drinking warm, slightly hot water after eating spicy foods? I have. I went to a place. I think my friends took me to this place in Korea once where we had spicy food, and then they served us hot tea afterwards, and it hurt. There was a lot of pain, but it was really good. Frito pie with taki dust. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I've never had. Food poisoning combined with spicy food is death. I'm thankfully I've never had those two together. I've had food poisoning separately, but it's been a long time since I've had food poisoning. I usually don't go to like buffets anymore because of that. I've had bad experiences with seafood, specifically at buffets. Milk 100% unless you're lactose intolerant, but soya milk works for my friend. For me, I would just go for the milk. I am lactose intolerant, but I would just go there for the milk, get it all out. eat a sandwich, down it with milk, and then just purge. Hit the big red button, clear it all out. That way you get rid of the spice too. Easy peasy, all in one go. Never had food poisoning, but it sounds horrible. It is horrible. Do not have food poisoning. Please do not. If you do, one, I'm sorry. Two, make sure you stay hydrated. Remaining hydrated is a very, very important thing because when you're food poisoned, your body will expel everything from every single orifice. You will cry, your nose will be runny, you'll be vomiting, you'll have diarrhea, and you will dehydrate yourself so quickly. So you have to keep yourself hydrated, even though it may feel like you can't stomach the water or you can't keep it down. Maybe not even water, what did we use when I was Pedialyte? We used Pedialyte, like the drink with the electrolytes. And then I think some of my friends had Gatorade or Powerade and all that. But staying hydrated during was the most important part because you will dehydrate yourself so quickly, and that is what gets you into trouble. It's just being super dehydrated and not wanting to risk drinking any more water. 100%. 100 plus, yeah, that too. That's pretty good too. Yeah, anything with electrolytes, some kind of salts or sugars to help you stay hydrated. Take drinks with electrolytes, yeah. Because it's really the dehydration that gets you. Your body will get over the food poisoning over time, but you gotta stay dehydrated. It's really important to do it. Pocari Sweat, yeah. That works too. I don't think we had Pocari Sweat when we had it. It was mostly just Pedialyte. Saltines and 7-Up with the remedy when I was a kid. I can see that, yeah. Go to a pharmacy for meds if you needed it. The last time I had food poisoning, I was bedridden. I could not get up. Any attempt to try to get up, I would be hit with a huge wave of nausea, and I would fall right back into the bed. So I would have my friends go get medication for me, but I would not have been able to get it on my own. Like, call your friends, let them know, like, hey, by the way, I need help, and then let them help you out. I pray I have energy drinks so I ever get poisoned. Would always keep like water enhancers, like a little packet that you can like pour into a water bottle, shake it up a little bit, and then drink it and sip on it. Sounds weird, but drinking pickle juice helps. I don't think that's weird. It makes sense. Pickle juice would have the salts in it that would help out. I think the flavors might be overwhelming because I remember when I had food poisoning, I really didn't want any flavors. I didn't want anything. I just wanted the water. But like just straight up water would not have been enough for me, which is why I kind of, I would just kind of brace myself for the Pedialyte, but yeah. Water plus a little salt. It's got cucumber flavoring, yeah, and spices. I wouldn't be able to handle the spices though. Like the flavors of it would just make me puke. Like the flavors would just make me puke more. Even water tasted too watery. Yeah, it was weird. A very strange sensation. God, you did it from an ambulance for poisoning during your military exercise. Oh no! So sorry to hear that. We call it refreshing. Food poisoning is why I don't eat at Hardee's, Carl's Jr. anymore. I've not had, most of my like food poisoning has come from buffets, so that's where I avoid now. But then again, it's also mostly my fault because whenever I go to a buffet, I would always go for the seafood because I had it in my mind that seafood was more expensive, and I told myself, "Oh, Shinri, you gotta get your deal. You gotta get your like." The bang for your buck, you know, when you go to a buffet. So it was always seafood, and then it's also always seafood that's gotten me food poisoning. Seafood in the buffet, it's so good though. It's so good. It's so good. And it's let's see, the very first time I got food poisoning from seafood was crab legs. And then the second time I got seafood poisoning was shrimp. But it was like cocktail shrimp. So it was cooked and then chilled cocktail shrimp. But yeah. It's so good, Chad. I can't help it. It's so good. Man, I want to get some sushi now. Raw oysters. I like raw oysters. I've not gotten sick from them yet. Shrimp ain't feeling great. Shrimp ain't feeling great. Shrimp ain't great feeling. Ah, sorry, I can't read my eyes. I've been to buffets and never got food poisoning through seafood. Hard to resist. Ah, lucky, very lucky. Never tried oyster before. I think they're all right. I don't know. Oysters are. Like I'll eat an oyster, but like raw oysters, it's weird. It's how would I describe raw oysters? Because the way that I eat raw oysters is with Tabasco sauce and lemon. I heard they taste like snot. I mean, the texture is like snot, but the taste is more salty. It's like seawater. It really doesn't have its own taste. It just tastes kind of salty. And then I have like add Tabasco and yeah, it really just tastes like the ocean, honestly. Slimy but tastes briny. I think that's the best way to put it. Sea brine flavor, right? That's why I eat, like when I eat them, I eat it with the Tabasco sauce and lemon. So it's basically just that. I don't know, like the way that I was told to eat oysters is almost like taking a shot. Like you're not supposed to leave it in your mouth and chew it. You just kind of just down it in one go. So taste wise, I don't know. You get a little hit of the ocean water, the saltiness, the brininess, and then the Tabasco and lemon, and then it's gone. You know, that's about it. That's really it. There's no more than that to me. That's a valid way to eat it. That's how I was told to eat it. So in my mind, it's kind of a waste. I don't know. Like, why would I eat that oysters in that way? Like, why would I experience something that's so brief? I mean, any mollusk is hit or miss. I think like cooked clams and mussels in a pasta. Very good. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. Raw, I don't know. It feels a little bit like a waste if I eat it raw. Ceviche is good. I've not had authentic ceviche yet. Won't eat anything raw. It is a little bit of a jump if you're not familiar with it. Ooh, have you tried sea urchin? Yummy, creamy taste. No, I've seen so much of it. I want to try sea urchin. I've never had it before. But it looks so cool. Gooey duck is so good. Best mollusk ever. Gooey duck is the one that looks like a giant tongue, right? Like it's a giant tongue that comes out of the shell. I want to try one, but I want to like cut it up into small steaks and then like dip it into like a spicy sauce. There was one that had my scallop and ravioli. It was so good. Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds really good. On the topic of seafood, what is the strangest food you've eaten? Strangest food I've eaten. I don't know, Chad. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know what strange means because strange is relative, you know? Like, like toasted grasshoppers, I guess would be considered like exotic or strange in some cultures, but then it would just be considered like regular street snacks, you know, in another culture. So I don't know what strange would be, you know? It's difficult. Like oxtails, I think oxtails are pretty common. Testicles, I mean, like those are like it's part of some cuisines too. Ox intestines. I really like intestines. I'm gonna be honest. The way that I've had most of my intestines is through blood sausages, and I really like blood sausage. It's so good. It's really good, Chad. Oxtail, yeah, I think oxtail is pretty common. I think a lot of cultures incorporate oxtail into their meals. Yeah, the lining of the intestines are often used for blood sausages. I know. Is it German cuisine? German, British, and Chinese and Korean cuisine all incorporate intestines as part of blood sausages, I believe. Scottish? Oh, Scottish too, yeah. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure every single culture has. Like any culture with like cows or pigs would incorporate intestines as lining for sausages. I'm pretty sure like almost every single culture has one. Quite the foodie. I just love food. I love food. I love food because it's such a great way to experience different cultures. Shark fins. I've never had shark fins. I've never eaten shark fin before. I grew up in a time when was it Leonardo DiCaprio, I think? The big campaign against shark fin soup was a big thing growing up, and because of that, the younger Shinri was like, I'm not gonna eat shark fin soup ever, and then I just never did. So I didn't have a chance to eat it. I think it was Leonardo DiCaprio, right? But yeah. I don't like shark fins because it's causing sharks to be endangered. Yeah, that was the thing that I was raised up on too. I remember that. Have you had beef tongue? Yes. AJ Canals, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. My last taco had lengua. It's really good. I love it so much. It's so tender. Oh, it's really good, chat. It's really good. We have something called pult. You can have it with or without blood. I prefer it without. What is pult? Let me take that. Pult? Food? Ooh, it looks like a dumpling. Meatball? I don't know what that is. It looks really tasty though. Have you tried beef brain? No, I've not found a place that serves brains. Beef tongue is awesome. It really is. Stingray is so cute, I can't imagine. I know there are places that serve skate. It's a type of fish. Skate dishes. Yeah, it's a type of fish with like really wide body. But skates are apparently very, very tasty. Would you try goat sashimi? Wait, you can't? Can you do that? Wait, no, that would just be like, that'd be like a tartare, I think? I would try. I'd be really interested. I would try. Ooh. Yeah, skates are a fish. They're like, really wide bodies, and those are like, they kind of look like stingrays. They're like white fish. In Japan, you can. Oh, I would love to go. I want to go back. I want to go back to Japan, eat more delicious food. If you find a Panang restaurant near your town, you might find beef brain soup. I'll have to look out for one. Never tried skates, worked on a lot of boats, kept skate wings for sale though. Ooh. Yeah, skate wings are pretty cool. The meat is very, very brittle. I think brittle would be the best way to describe it. It falls apart very easily, but it's also very tasty. I like it. I love turtles. I can never eat them. Can you eat turtles? Are there dishes with turtles? Wait a minute. Let me see. Like turtle dishes. Turtle dishes? Are they? I've never heard of any dish involving turtles before. Have you heard of fermenting fish sauce? I know that there are some fish sauces that are fermented, but I don't know about fermenting fish sauce. Turtle soup, turtle herbal soup, turtle soup. Oh, turtle soup? Let me see that. Turtle soup. There. Oh my goodness. There's like a whole bunch of varieties. There's like, looks like broth. It looks like someone like tomato in there. Others without tomatoes. There's like a whole variety. I don't know which one's which. There's a whole bunch though. Caguamas in Mexico are eaten the type of turtle. Ah. My brother ate a snapping turtle on a kayaking trip. I've never had turtle before. I've had alligator and snake before. Although, admittedly, the alligator was in the form of a sausage and not like a steak. And it was okay. I don't know. It was okay is the best way I would put it. It didn't stand out to me in my big mind, like my mind. Alligator sausage, yeah. So the way they did it was they took it from, I think, the back, around like where the back of the legs are, and then they would take the meat, they would carve out a huge chunk of it, and then they ground that up, and then they put it into sausage. Alligator's fantastic if cooked right. Maybe I would like to try just like an alligator steak as opposed to ground up as sausage, because I think the flavors and the spices that went into it kind of overpowered the alligator, and it just tasted like a regular sausage as opposed to anything specifically alligator-like. Tastes like fish with the texture of chicken. The one that I had was mostly just spices. Mostly just spices. I kind of feel bad because I thought it was going to be like this exotic, like, oh, it's an alligator sausage on a hot dog, but nah, it was just it really just tastes like a regular sausage to me. Deep fried frogs. Oh. That's actually, oh, I want to try like deep fried crabs again, like soft shelled crabs. Haven't had alligator yet, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah. Shinri, I have a question for you. What's the appropriate aisle in grocery store for granola bars, cereal, or packaged snacks? They would go into packaged snacks, in my opinion. Cereal, I don't know. Like, I guess you could like take a granola bar and crush it down, make it into a cereal, but I would say they go in packaged snacks. Rabbit is good as rendang. Ooh. Had kangaroo sausages, but they weren't really very, I think I undercooked them. If you have alligator meat plain, it tastes like a very firm white fish meat, almost chicken textured seafood vibes. It's inoffensive, but not a popular way to eat it. Maybe everything does end up becoming like chicken in some way. Fried soft shell crabs are tasty, but they're always so expensive. They really are. I remember back in 2008, I think, there was this place that we went to that had all-you-can-eat sushi, and one of the dishes came with a side of deep fried, not deep fried, karaage soft shell crab, and all my friends and I would order it. It was like a very tiny piece. It was like just the legs that was included inside the roll, but we would always get those because we could just eat the soft shell crab. It was really good. An alligator fry with Parmesan breading one day. It was legit incredible. Highly recommend. Chat, I want to go get food now. I'm really hungry. Oh my gosh. can't do this, chat. We can't do this. We can't always end up talking about food. What's karaage? It's like a lighter, airier, fluffier version of deep fried. Like specialty. It's in Japan. Like there's a difference between a thick batter made for deep frying chicken and then karaage chicken, which is more lighter. It's fluffier. It's like fried chicken, but it's lighter. It's not as heavy of a breading. Get food. Do I have food right now? Uber food real quick. I could, but I should eat food that I have here. Tempura fried. Yeah, it's like that. Karaage is marinated and made with thighs. Like breaded chicken simulation, I guess. Yeah. But the difference is very, very apparent, though. He's tempted to order because of the Zatsu. I really am, but I should not. I shouldn't. Karaage is so good. It is. Oh my god. Man. I want to try. I wonder if it'd be possible. Can you, like, deep fried chicken and then karaage that deep fried chicken? Because I know there's like double fried foods, you know, where you have food and then you fry it and then you fry it once more by dipping into more batter and then you have this extra crispy exterior. Maybe? Drunk bar food. Sometimes those are the best. Sometimes those are absolutely the best. I don't know where I had this. I only had this once, but I want to go back and eat another blooming onion. Those are so good. How do we go from Bigfoot to food talk? Yeah, Zatsu does do that. Karaage with cheese sauce. Oh my god. There's this one place that I went to that was oh gosh, what was it called again? Shinjuku? Somewhere in Shinjuku there was a shop that had fried chicken with fondue, where it was like fried chicken around there was like a big bowl of fried chicken and then around the other way around, there was like a big plate of fried chicken and in the center there was a bowl of fondue, like molten cheese. Sorry, what did it? Melted cheese fondue. Oh, I would describe it as molten. But you would take the chicken and then you would dip it into the cheese. And then, oh, it was so good. It was amazing. Never been to Japan. I hope you have the opportunity to do so in the future. I hope you really do. It's really exciting. Oh, if anyone does go to Japan, I would highly recommend avoiding the big, like, touristy spots. I don't know, like, every single time I go to those, I did not have a good time. I've always had more fun time in Japan just wandering around. There were like this one time I went, there was like a beer festival and they had a whole bunch of beers and some like delicious food, and it was super local. Only in that little area they had the postings for it on the subways, but it wasn't like a big touristy spot. I would always go there. Do not go to the big touristy spots unless it's like, you know, I really want to go see Mount Fuji. And then I suppose, like, there are places around Mount Fuji. I wouldn't go to Mount Fuji. It's very touristy, and it also smells very touristy, is what I would say. All the stations nearby Mount Fuji just smell like tourist, and it's way. I don't know, chat. It's Fuji-Q Highland, yeah, okay. Fuji-Q Highland's fun to go to. 100% would recommend going to Fuji-Q Highland. The train that takes you to and from the Fuji-Q Highland station smells like urine. It's because of all the tourism that happens and goes through it, but it just smells like urine. I can't. There's no other way around it. It's always just that. If you can't just avoid super touristy places, you'll get a different experience. I would always recommend that. Like, my experience going there was I worked in the middle of Tokyo, Roppongi, for a couple of months. So my entire experience with public transport there was like the inner city rails, and everything was so clean. Everyone was super respectful. There was enough space to, you know, you can always sit down and have space to yourself and all that. But then the moment I left the city and I went towards Mount Fuji, the stations, as you get closer and closer to Mount Fuji, become more and more touristy. And as they become more and more touristy, people just, you know, manners goes out the window. Everyone's kind of there for themselves and like, oh, it's my turn here in Japan, so it's my turn to go see Mount Fuji. And they get very selfish, and you can like really tell the difference between the tourists and just the general population in the middle of Tokyo. How to romanticize the smell of socks though. The smells, I don't know. The smell of tourism is weird. It's just really gross. Like, the workers do their best to try to keep it clean, but the stations, the cars, the buses, you know, there's only so much they can do. Honestly, there are also some tourists out there who just don't shower because they're like, we're hikers, we're going to embrace going au natural, and then just I did not have a fun time being in a touristy area. Going to like towards Mount Fuji. The place that I stayed at was Fuji Kawaguchiko, I think. And there was like a really big it wasn't like it was like a hotel, but it wasn't like a hotel. It was like 3 floors of beds that were all covered with like a tarp. I love this station there. Yeah, I love that station. That one's really nice. It's called Peace Kawaguchiko. Hostel, yeah, hostel would be the more accurate description. The hotel was called Peace Kawaguchiko, and wait, let me see. Is it there? Is it still there? I'm pretty sure it's still there. Peace Kawaguchiko. Oh yeah, it is there. It's like a 3-story building with like, it looks like really big windows. Yeah, there's a picture of that. Peace Kawaguchiko, and oh my gosh, the beds inside weren't really beds. They were just like couches with little tarps covering it. That's where I stayed, and it was really nice because you get to wake up and look over the lake and see towards Mount Fuji. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. Hotel recommendations. I don't have any hotel recommendations. I would say use Airbnb if it's like affordable, because it's more native is the way I would describe it, knowing that it's probably offensive to describe it as more native. I apologize, but it's more like down to earthy if you like stay in a place that's like owned, you know, in a place where someone actually lives, as opposed to, for example, like a hotel, you know? Ikebukuro was nice to stay in, way more local than tourist. Ooh, yeah. Ikebukuro is really nice. Akihabara is like one of those places that's, I remember going to Akihabara once, and my immediate thought was, it felt like I was in America. Everyone was speaking English. There were more people speaking English in Akihabara than there were people speaking Japanese, and it felt very strange. It felt I don't know how to describe it. Like, I knew I was in Japan, but it felt like not, because everyone was talking English there. Pop culture district, yeah. The access to anime, it's okay, I guess. I don't know, like, unless I did not, when I went to Akihabara, I did not have a big like there wasn't anything I was excited about, you know? There wasn't anything I was like looking forward to. I kind of went just to kind of explore and check it out. So I don't know, it was really interesting, but not any place that I would really go to, like, have a desire to go to. Also, the food is very expensive. The food is also very expensive there. Even the street food, it's like like 50% more than 50 to like 80% more expensive than street food anywhere else. Anime Japanese field practice. I got asked a lot if I can take a photo with them by a tourist when I wear a kimono. Aww. I want to see, oh gosh. I want to see if I can ask Staff-san if it's okay to share the photos I took. The only problem is it has people in it. And I don't know if I can share photo of people, because I use like a thumbnail of someone for one of my thumbnails had like a picture of a person in it, and I was told to change that because I couldn't show people's faces. But I want to see if I can ask Matt-chan to clear a few photos I have of my trip to Japan when I used to live there. Blur the faces. I would blur pretty much the entire picture because it's Akihabara. There's billions of people there. You would see the building, and then like the middle portion of the image where it's street level would be completely blurred, and you'd only be able to see the tops of the buildings and the ground, and that's it, because there's just so many people. And the brands, yeah, we gotta blur all of the brands. Yeah, it would just be like, here is an Akihabara themed blur, and here is another Akihabara themed blur, and this gray blur over here with the yellow is a building, and then this other gray blur with red squares is like imagine you share a photo but everything is pixelated. Honestly, that may end up being the case. If I have to, I probably would anyway, just to be able to share, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And there was also a this blur vaguely invokes the emotions of Akihabara. There was, I did go to some of those sussy stores, as some people know them. It was weird. There was this one place on the side. I think if you've been to Akihabara, you kind of know what I mean by when I say like the side. There's like a store there for the side. Yeah, one of the sussy stores, right? But it was as packed as all the other stores and full of businessmen. And it was a very surreal experience because like businessmen were going in there in their suits, like full on suits and everything, right? So they would go in there and like everyone knew what the others were there for, and they were like, I have a job, I'm in, I'm out, I'm done. Like that's what it was. I don't know, it was very like matter of fact. Like there wasn't any like squeamishness about it. People just went in there, they're like, oh, I want that, pick it up, go to the register, pay for it, out. It was so methodical, it was so like orderly. It was weird, a very strange experience, because my experience with those would be, you know, people going around being all like sneaky and like, oh, I don't want to show you what I'm buying, or like being very like cautious and guarded about that. But no, when I went there, they were just like in, out, gone. The stuff is more accepted in Japan. Perhaps it's a cultural thing, perhaps solely for research purposes. Well, the thing is, I wouldn't like, wait, no, I can't talk about that one. I can't talk about that's a story for another time. Maybe not at 10:30 in the morning. If you're all there for the same thing, no shame, we're all here for one reason. I think, yeah, like collectively, like all the businessmen there were like, yeah, I'm only here for this one product. I'm gonna go pick up the product and then head out. Never seen people all chug hot broth so fast. I miss that. You kind of know which store. Let me see if I can figure it out. I'm not going to show it on screen, but let me see if I can find, like, I don't know, Google Maps. I don't know if I can, yeah, I don't know if I, is that too risky? Let me see. Akihabara. And then Google Street View. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's like a very specific. It's green. It's green and it's on the side. if that makes any sense. I think some people know. Yeah. How do you pop that fast? Just... But yeah, it's culture. It's not, it's on the ground floor. You have to go upstairs. It's upstairs, but you gotta go upstairs for it, yeah. On average, the worker in Japan will walk into a ramen establishment, order, eat, pay, and be done in under 10 minutes. Those bowls are huge as well. I have seen those. I've never seen my coworkers eat that fast before. The very first time we all went out to eat lunch, it was surprising because they ordered and they were just gone. The place that we had ordered from, it didn't really even have seats. It had like a countertop where you would eat, but you would almost, in a way, like lean back against the wall to eat it at the countertop, and no one stayed there for too long. You went there for lunch, ate food, and then you were gone. It was super quick, and it was startling. It was like surprising to me because I went there and they were like, "Oh, Shinri, you coming?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And then I'm a pretty slow eater. I don't eat too quickly because I like to enjoy my food, and they were all done before I had gotten halfway through, and I was like, "Oh shoot! Like, do I need to speed up? Do I need fast?" And like, "Oh no, it's okay." And then they let me eat slower, but they were like, "Yeah, we'll see you back at the office." So I was there like awkwardly eating the rest of my meal. Take things at your own. I wanted to enjoy the food. Can you speak Japanese? No. We had one of the supervisors there is bilingual and would translate for us. I eat slowly too. Right? I just want to enjoy the food. It's so good. Why would I want to wolf it down? You know? And then they were in and out, and then every single, like after that, I had developed the reputation of the guy in the office who was a slow eater. So it would just be like we all go out to eat, and then they would leave, and then like 10 minutes later, I would show up back to work. Always the last one eating at the table. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a slow eater. Slow eater means you get to savor and enjoy the food. What's the point of delicious food if you don't enjoy it? Right? Exactly. Eat slow, the great taste is there more. 100% agree. 100%. Gonna go get some homework done. Good luck with your homework. I was taught to eat fast, otherwise my food would get stolen at school. Oh no. I hope you're able to slow down and enjoy the food that you get to eat on your own now. Thank you. Slow eating is allowed. Yes, 100%. When were you in Japan? Ah, that's a secret. And that's the secret. Someone's gonna be out there, be like, "Oh, we're gonna infiltrate Guild Tempus, and we're gonna find out when Shinri was in Japan, and hunt him down and collect evidence." No. Sneaky, yeah. It was there sometime. I was there for a good chunk of time, is what I'll say. We can keep it a secret, don't worry. I've seen the clips. I've seen things on the YouTubes. People clipping things from my stuff. The secret, he was there. I'm actually right there right now, and I'm gonna go out and hit up a Lawson's and get some fried chicken. No. Wish. Oh, I wish. Oh my god. Sneak Koyu 007. I miss a chat. I really do. I want to go back. There's a... What do I get? Like, there's a... The train station, a train/bus station in Kawaguchiko has like a little gift shop for Mount Fuji related items. If anyone goes, they're a little pricey because they're like souvenir type of goods, right? But there is this one little jelly It looks like Mount Fuji. It's like a Mount Fuji shaped jelly. It's really cute. It's really cute, but it's also tasty. It's not too sweet. I enjoyed it. I liked it. But I would recommend that. They're very small. They're like, how to describe it? Like maybe the size of a quarter. Like a jelly bean. Or not that small. Maybe a little larger than that. I was about to use my palm as a reference. I'll be like, it's about the size of like a quarter of my palm, but then I realized I probably have larger hands than most, so maybe not. What's a good reference? I don't know. It's a small jelly, but it looks like, yeah, get two. It's like I do, just get two. A banana for scale. So like a fourth of a banana. I think a fourth of a banana is about the size of a jelly. Yeah. I don't know. They're shaped like Mount Fuji and they're little jellies and they're really cute and they're tasty. That's all I know. That's the only thing I have to say about that. Big hands. Oh, that's small. Right? They're kind of small. They're not too big. I've seen like really large jellies, but they're like comical stuff, you know. Quite like to field trip to Japan. Oh, if I could, I would grab I'd just grab everyone, take them all there. How big is your hand? Use metric system. 8 eggs. Chicken eggs. I hope you can see Mount Fuji on a sunny day. I wish I could too. I've seen like bits and pieces of Mount Fuji, but I've never seen it on a fully sunny day. I've only seen it with clouds blocking it, obscuring it every now and then. But yeah, Cooper's eggs. No, I wish I could get eggs that big. I still want to one of these days eat an ostrich egg omelet. One of these days. Are they the ones from Yamanashi? Blue jelly with the white top. I think that's the one. Wait, let me see. Oh no, these ones packaged. No, it wasn't this one. I don't think it was this one. It's shaped like that, but almost, but not quite. I wonder if if they have souvenirs. Maybe it is. I'm just misremembering in my mind. I think it may be that one. But they do look really cute. Ah, man. Quail eggs are tiny. Eight quail eggs. Oh, that'd be really cute. I'm envisioning 8 quail eggs, and it's like, oh, small. I'm on board for a collective trip to Japan. One of these days. I think maybe in like a year and a half. So like our 2-year anniversary. Way further into the future. Well, I say 2-year anniversary, but like it would be 1.5 year. I don't know. Like for the HQ boys, their anniversary is coming up. For us, we started about 6 months after they did, so like ours are delayed by like 6 months. But I'm sure, like, you know, way off in the future, when we get our 3D models, the boys and I would love to be able to take them all to Japan, and then I'll just do some silly stuff in Japan. 2-year anniversary. We'll look forward to the future, right? Super far in the future. I don't know when that's gonna happen though, but I would assume maybe by 2 years we'll have something to say. Anniversary already. Time flies so fast, right? Wait, when did the boys debut? When did the headquarter boys debut? Tempus debut, I guess. When did they debut? Oh my goodness, I don't remember. July? Question mark? I think it was July, right? In June, end of July, back in July, near the end of July. It's May, June, July, 3 months. Oh my gosh. The HQ boys have been around? No way. Almost a year now for the boys. It's almost been a year for the HQ, the headquarter boys. Oh my gosh. I don't know, chat. That's wild. Oh my goodness. I think the first one YouTube told me was Magni. Ah. Crazy how time flies, right? It really does. They're old. When VG debuted, I remembered feeling debut? Oh, that's a weird thought. I can't believe it's been almost a year for the boys. Wait, okay, so it's only been like 4 months for us. We're almost 4 months ourselves. Yeah. Oh no, it's like 2 months away from our like 6 month like semi anniversary, bi-anniversaries, what was it again? Half? Semi, right? Semi anniversary. 6 months, oh my gosh. Oga-senpai being here 3 years feels like what? Right, it's such a long half anniversary. There's the word. Half anniversary is the right word, not... I can't believe it's been this long already. Oh my goodness. I think for us, here as the boys, we end up getting into a routine very easily, and then we just kind of do the same thing. Like, we wake up, we stream, we record, and that's it. And then we just kind of do that. I think that's why it's easy for us to fall into that routine of like, wow, it's been that long, because we just wake up and do the same thing every day. We wake up, stream, record, go offline, and rest. I don't know. It's weird, chat. It's weird. Feels much longer. It feels so much shorter for me though. Altair and his nervous wah. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, the debut. Very cute. So fast since I was here since the beginning of Tempus. Oh, man. I still want to do more. It's only been 4 months. I feel like I should have done more. It's weird. It's like I feel like after 4 months I should have done a lot more. I should have accomplished more, you know? It's only been 4 months. It is both 4 months in that it's been a long time, but also in that it's been a very short time. Paradoxically, you know? You're doing plenty already. I feel like I need to do more. I feel like I have to keep doing more, chat. You're streaming 10 times a week. I know I'm streaming 10 times a week, but I just don't feel like it's... I don't know if 10 times a week is an accomplishment, though, you know? I don't know. Like, is it... okay, I'm fairly certain. At this point, I've done a pretty good job of establishing myself as the horror game Tempus boy. I think I've done a pretty good job at that. I may have done a little bit too much of a good job at that, and now everyone knows that I want to hug ghosts. But your VODs have passed 200. I know, but like it doesn't feel like if it's just 200 of, you know, just random VODs, you know, the resident monster hugger. Yeah. I don't know, chat. Like, yes, 200 streams, but like, have they been 200 good streams? You know, I want them to have quality. Hip hip Ray, thank you for the super chat. Quit downplaying my Oshi's accomplishments. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. We all want to secretly hug the ghosts, right? if I play DreadEye, I'm gonna be glad that it has a VR headset and the eye tracker won't be able to track my eye. So, chat will know, chat will see, but like they won't be able to see exactly where I'm staring. Thank you for the super chat. Get your imposter syndrome out of here. Wait, whoops. Thank you for the super chat. Wait, you play horror games? No, I play exclusively Apex Legends, and nothing but Apex. I'm a sweaty FPS gamer, bro. Bianca, thank you for the super chat. Your streams are quality because you're quality. Thank you. Oh, but still, I can't help but shake that, or like I can't help but have that feeling that I'm trying to shake off. Apex arc. When was my last Apex stream? Did I ever do an Apex stream? I don't know if I did an Apex stream. I know I did like a Gorilla. I did 2 Fortnite Gorilla streams. 1 Overwatch and 1 Valorant, I think. I don't think I've ever streamed Apex on my channel. Sometimes you do more than 3 hours. This is true. I don't even remember if you did an Apex stream. Pretty sure you did. I think I showed up on an Apex stream with one of the other boys, but I don't know if I don't think I did it. You joined an Apex. Yeah, I think I joined someone else's Apex stream. I will try it. I will try it once. I'll do like an Apex. I may do an Apex stream when the new legend is out. Arsenal, I think his name, the old guy with like the 3 weapons and his perk. I might try it for a bit, although I don't know if I'll commit to it. You're on Manny's Apex stream, probably, yeah. Maybe with Axel. Gorilla Fortnites are legendary. I think they're legendary for a different reason. 30-some hours a week is almost the same as an average work week. I feel like I should though, you know? 30-some hours a week, but like, should I not be? Should I not be? Maybe not necessarily streaming all 30 hours, but I feel like I should be working, you know, full time. And just doing more and creating things, I guess. Yuki Yumi, thank you so much for the super chat. Assert dominance. Love you, Shui. Thank you. Thank you for the first super chat from Yuki Yumi. Thank you. Still legendary either way. Perhaps. As long as you give it a try. Also love your Minecraft chewing. It's my new mindful stream. I want to do more. I want to go and I was thinking about how I wanted to light up the Nether trail, and what I think I want to do is lava. I want to put lava on the outside of the track, the station, the platform, so that the entire thing is lit up. Would it be more? I guess I want to do more to like grow my brand as that HoloLive, or the Holo talent that plays horror games, focuses on indie games. I want developers to come to me and be like, hey Shinri, we know we've seen you play all these indie games. We would like you to try, you know, our game, which is currently in closed beta testing, or, you know, like I want that to happen. And in a way, I think that if I do more work here on myself, then it would also raise up the rest of the boys, because it would be like, hey, you know, there's Shinri doing his cool stuff. Why not also check out the rest of the Tempus boys? And then people will be like, oh, let me take a look at Hakka, let me take a look at Flayon, and let me take a look at Bettel, and then just raise everyone together, you know? Like, I don't know. It's difficult though for now. Are you a grind type of gamer? Nah, not really. I don't grind that much. I would like to, but I don't have the time anymore. You're on the right track for sure. I don't see many livers playing the same games in the same way you do. I have thoughts about that. I wonder if it's that they're not playing the games in the same way that I do because it doesn't work, or maybe it's not what's in demand, or I don't know. There's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things to look at, a lot of factors to consider. I know I want to do more, and I want to like put myself out there more to see people, to get my stuff in front of, get my content out in front of more people. But I know it's a lot difficult. It's a lot more difficult. No, not difficult. Different, I would just say. It's a bit more different to get, you know, eyes over here than it is for someone else whose content is maybe more accessible, is what I would say. Yeah. Remember, you did great right now. Don't overdo it. Just do it 2-3 steps at a time, not 10 things at a time. I know, but you still need to think about the long term, you know? I don't grind. Also, I gotta do more. It's the different kind of grind. It's the grind of like the job and not the grind of a game, you know? Like, comment, and subscribe. Help the voice search engine optimizations. I don't think that really works for us though. I feel like we are pretty much set in this. Thank you for the super chat. Almost 100. Hey, people think you're doing it right. Thank you. But thank you for the super chat. But like, I know a good chunk of it is like the branding. Like, I'm here with Hollow Stars English. I know that counts for a lot of it, and I want to make it on my own. You know? Like, when I hit a milestone, I want to know that I've hit the milestone because of the effort that I put in, not because I am here in Hollow Stars EN, not because I am, you know, part of Tempus. I want to know that it's because of the effort and time I've put in, you know? The way that you play really sets you apart, and it's what drew me to you. Appreciate all the work you do. Thank you. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this right now. Maybe I can save this for like a membership. He says, noticing that like 90% of the chat is members. But yeah. Excuse me. That's like cough. Oh, yeah, got something stuck in my throat. I don't know. Got some things to think about. Can see what you mean though. Yeah. At any rate, know that we're here with you for the long haul. Thank you. Yeah. It's a weird note to leave it off on. I don't know. I don't want to worry you. I don't want to worry you, chat. It's a thing that I have to work on. It's like it is my burden. It is my responsibility. I will carry this weight, you know. So don't worry too much about it, chat. I'll figure it out on my end, you know. I want to talk about food again. Probably not. I do want to go get some food because I'm actually really hungry. I didn't eat much last night after the stream because it was pretty late and I was very tired and lazy, so I didn't end up cooking as much food. I recently heard this thing, like an ingredient household versus like a snacks household. Because of the way that I live with my housemates, we don't like have a shared pantry, you know? So look, like there aren't like snacks, you know? Like my chips aren't their chips and their chips aren't my chips. So like the things that we do share communally are like the produce, like the vegetables that are about to expire. So those are like the food. And last night after I had finished the stream of Oberdin, I went to the restaurant, the refrigerator. I opened it up and I saw the bunch of vegetables, and I'm like, I don't really want to feel like cooking, so I didn't cook that much. I just ate like a bagel. Do you ever frustrated when you see a household with no seasoning, no salt, pepper, or spice? How can you live with no salt or pepper or spices? Salt's literally what allowed humans to like survive, you know? The public stuff, yeah. Sorry, brain needs food. Easy pushes salt off the table. No, salt is so good though. Salt's really good. Do households like that exist? Yeah. It's classified as like, colloquially, I think it's like a social media thing. People call themselves like an ingredients household, where they don't have food, or they don't have like dishes prepared. Instead, they have ingredients to make dishes. And then the other side is a snacks household, where they don't have that many ingredients, but they have like completed dishes and snacks ready to go. Yeah. So like all the food I want to get, I had to prepare on my own. Although that's like 30 minutes of cooking minimum and all that. But yeah. Dorm house versus grandma's house. Yeah. Seasoning makes food taste good. It really does. It really, really does. Jojo, thank you for the super chat. Shinri, I'm here because the way you want to learn about lore, that makes it comfy as well. So we're here because of you, not despite. Thank you. Jojo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm not going to change my type of content. I think I know 100% like this is where I want to be. Sorry, there's something stuck in my eye again. I know this is where I want to be, and this is the type of content that I want to make that comes naturally to me. Like this, the way that I play games is like so effortless. I really, really enjoy it. So I'm not going to change that. I just think I need to alter my approach. I need to do something different, but it's not. I won't be changing my content, so don't worry about my content. That won't be changing. But I do think I need to be trying something else and trying something different. Yeah. Don't change your content or how you play, please. No, that's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. Okay, this is like 50-50. One, the way that I play games comes so naturally to me because it's how I've been playing games ever since my like brain like activated. My lore brain activated, right? And also I'm tired. I'm too tired. I'm not gonna turn into one of those like, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Fallout 4. I can't do that. I don't have the energy for that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, bro. Like I can't. I don't have the energy for that. So rest assured that content is not going to change. Can't maintain on the mustard the edit, right? I can't. Smash that subscribe button. Maybe as like a completely short one-off bit, like somewhere, I don't know, like next year's April Fool, I'll do something completely wild, you know? Don't forget to enter my V-Bucks giveaway. Ever get a chance to win 500 Nah, I could not. Maybe as a joke for next year's April Fool stream if I have time to prepare for it. But yeah, that I'm too old. Okay, wait, no, I can't say that. I'm too tired. I'm not old. I'm too tired. Raid Shadow Legends. This stream is sponsored by insert gamer juice brand here. You know. I'm too tired for that. Like way too tired. So don't worry, chat. My content is not going to change. This is like basically where we're going to be. for the long haul. Not the game reviews, right? No, but it's just something that I have to think of on my own, and like I'm sure I'll figure out what I want to do or how I want to approach it. I'm sure there are, like the game Superliminal said, it's just a matter of, perspective, right? Just gotta change my perspective on things a little bit. So hopefully I find a new approach, a new angle, a new direction that I can take the same content in that everyone is here for already. Won't force things like Brisk. Yeah. Alright, on that note actually, chat, I think we'll go and call it for today's Zatsu. Thank you all for stopping by and giving me a couple of your hours. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Wait, hold on. I'm streaming late today, aren't I? Hang on. Wait, not me forgetting my own schedule. Oh my god. No, wait, what's my own schedule? I don't remember. When I am playing. Oh, we're playing Subnautica today. Yeah. Subnautica. You're streaming every day, and I'm streaming like twice for over. I'm streaming twice for over half of the week, so I do completely forget what I'm streaming on what day. Subnautica. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? Here, I'll just say it. I'm gonna take my hat off so I can like look at you all. I'll just say it right now. I do not know right now which of the 3 games will end up playing on Saturday. It may be Obra Dinn. I'm leaning towards playing Obra Dinn again on Saturday because I want to. I'm not actually sure like if the days matter, but like it's gonna be either Obra Dinn or Subnautica or just more Dredge, but it's gonna be one of those 3. I don't know what I want to play. You're gonna get hooked on Subnautica for sure. 30 hours. It's gonna take a long time, but I'll think about it. But I will get through all 3 games. I just don't know in what order is what I'll say. All right. So we don't know which one it will be, but we'll get through all 3 games, and we'll pick one, or I'll pick the one that clicks most with me, and then we'll carry that on through next week. But yeah, we're gonna get through all 3. I just don't know in which order. That's all I can say for now. Mostly because I haven't tried out what Subnautica or Dredge are like. But yeah. Anyways, chat, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you all for stopping by. He's too tired, but he streams every day. I think I might be tired because I stream every day. Bianca, thank you for the super chat. You stream so much you forget your own schedule. I don't know what SMH stands for. Is it shake my head or? Thank you for this. Thank you for the Zatsu. See you later. Yeah, I've heard SMH be so much hate. I thought it was so much hate, not shake my head, but. Aggie, thank you for the super chat. Shinri, I have a selfish request. Could you say, ara ara? Okay, fine. I have not actually. I don't think I've actually done an ara on stream, so I guess I could do this one, just one, right? Wait, is it shake my head? I thought it was so much hate. I 100% thought it was so much hate. Okay. Here. I'll do another one. Alright, chat. I'll see you all later tonight. Koyasumi. Thank you everyone for the gifted memberships and the super chats. Really appreciate it. Let me go and see if any of the boys are currently streaming. I'm gonna go send you off on a little raid to their channels. It looks like... Oh! No way. It looks like Vesper is still doing... Oh, he's only an hour into Zatsu and he has a new mic. Ooh. Alright, we'll send you over to Vesper's channel. A wonderful time over at his channel. Enjoy the Zatsu. And then we'll see you all later tonight for some Subnautica. I am actually a little bit excited about Subnautica because everyone keeps hyping it up. So hopefully we'll have fun. I'll see you later. Oyasumi.